Aloha, pod animals. My name is Halle Iguana, and this is another video. It's gonna basically this is basically like a fun facts video, basically me explaining to you guys about this topic. It's nothing serious. I just want to clarify. So as you guys can see, um, my videos with my characters, right? Um, I I recently just uploaded this video about my characters being in quarantine. Um, and I was talking to my friend, chilling with Chill, aka Ethan. Um, and I was asking him, hey, can you watch my video and see like what if I need to improve anything, something like that. And he did, and he told me that one of the things is that it was good. Um, however, there were some things that could have been explained because since he was a newcomer, he didn't know exactly who the characters were, what the plot was about, and the entire story of it. So this is basically going to be a video explaining to you guys um, what those characters are, the backstory of my characters and stuff like that. So that stuff that I'm gonna do for the future, and we're gonna have a good time. So basically, my characters, I have well, I have five. Um, how should I say this? Five main characters that I usually show people. That would be Slides, Ricky, Professor, the Iguana, Taylor, and Imoguana. And each one has a backstory, and yeah. So as you can see, the characters were originally called TCA, um, which stood for Tyler's Characteristic Adventure, and it's not just for me, it's you guys. However, I then changed it to the Party Animals show because it's um not just for me, but it's also for you guys. Um, and basically, what it's about is it's very similar to Thomas Sanders. However, I didn't get the idea from him. I got the inspiration to make characters from Inside Out and American Dad, and basically, those five characters kind of represented some different aspects of my personality traits and my imagination. Like Professor Iguana stood for my logical thinking, Slide's creativity, Ricky's sense of humor, Taylor passion, and Imoguana as anxiety. And um, and why I wanted to add those characters is because I love acting, and I wanted to make a series where I can act. Um, and it was very stressful to make this video about quarantine because I added a lot of new characters, a lot of things that I wanted to do. It was hard for me to push it into one video. Um, so yeah, so let me just explain exactly what each character um, and what the plot is about. So yeah, um, so as we all know, like I said, the plot is that these characters represent my personality. Yeah, but it's also my imagination. This is to show you guys that there's no limit to imagination and reality. Um, and with these characters, that basically it's supposed to like um go against logic, basically, because it's all in my imagination. However, you guys are seeing them in live action, not like an actual cartoon. Um, So yeah, it's not just my personality, but my imagination and everything else. I call it the party animals world. Basically, um, it's just where a bunch of stuff happens because there's no limit to having fun. Um, so yeah, the characters, like I said, they all have a backstory to it, and I want to explain it to you guys. First off, Professor Iguana. I have said it before earlier, a year ago, and basically he is a robotic um, scientist, mad scientist, he is part robot and part reptile, part human. So it's basic. So it's like he's like a humanoid, and his unit number is DEV N301. That means that his name is Devin, and why I wanted to have him is because I always wanted to become like a scientist. That was like my number one um, dream. I always wanted to be a scientist and prove people that I am smart. However, of course, now I want to be a performer. That doesn't mean I can. That doesn't mean that I can't um, gain knowledge and research. So yeah. Plus, um, I just wanted to see how I would be like if I was, very intellect. Not saying that I am very dumb. I am dumb in some levels, but I'm okay. And basically, he makes um, inventions and teaches people how to do things. And I will make videos about him, his journey through his research and stuff like that. I have written a short play about him as a mad scientist who goes to space and time because I love Doctor Who, and um, Doctor Who was actually an inspiration on how I created this character. And I'm still working on the costume, and it's very difficult to portray him because with the lines, um, how I have to express my vocabulary, I expand my vocabulary and my ability to um, s- um, define some things. But yeah, um, Slides, one of my first characters, I made him because I love musical theater. I love to be creative, and my favorite musical is Newsies, of course, with the hats and everything. Um, and I made him because I was in Newsies, like I said, and I played as Morris Delancey and an extra newsie. There were a lot of people in the cast, and when I was the extra newsie, I didn't exactly have a name, so they said you guys can make your own newsie names, and I made Slides, trombone playing newsboy. Yeah, Slides. That's in the name, and basically I wanted to show that more in the videos, and I think throughout the series, Slides definitely shows that he's creative because if you guys watch my old videos, it can show that his outfit changes over time. His personality starts to show more, and he has a lot of ideas to make. And yeah, and if you guys didn't know, if you guys were confused with the quarantine video, he is in a creative gang. I haven't shared this with you guys yet. It's basically to have you guys think ahead. It was foreshadowing Slides being in a gang called the Artsies. Basically, it's a gang of artists. Um, and what they do is that they basically make ideas, and they share it out with other people. And they have newspapers, just like the newsboys, and it will have headlines and stories about what their idea is. And I will have that in further videos. It's going to be very immersive, and I think Slides is so he I. I don't have a very specific favorite character to portray, but Slides is one of my most favorites because my New York accent, of course, that is it. Like this is how Slide's voice is, and yeah, and I love Newsies. I have done research about musical theater and other stuff and how to be creative, and he really shows it in every single video. And his backstory is that when he was um, in New York, Brooklyn, in no, not 19, what the heck am I talking about? 1899, sorry. In the 1800s, somewhere in there, he was a newsboy with the Brooklyn Gang by Spot Conlon. And basically, he eventually left the um, the Brooklyn Gang because he sold the newspapers. However, he was also getting another job by playing the trombone in public and having people pay for him. And I know it's not good. I mean, what I mean is that um, I told this with a lot of my friends, and they said it's a little harsh that people will start to think because um, Slides is basically leaving his own family just for his passion, his career, and everything else, forgetting everything that he loves and people who love him. And that's kind of the case, and I kind of want it to be that way because, as we all know, when we get creative and we want to do things our way, we forget about everything else. And so that's why I'm trying to make slides as much ego driven so people can see from a different perspective on how um, other people like want to be, how other people are when they have a career in performing or anything else, and it will make people think that when you are so ego driven through your talents and everything, you are basically are being selfish and um, you just think about yourself. And it's kind of bad, but I wanted it to be addressed through this character. At the same time, he is just expressing his talent. Ricky, sense of humor, but Ricky is supposed to be a cartoon character, kind of like a clown. But I say cartoon character because he is a living cartoon character. He he was originally supposed to be one of my drawings. I actually made comics when I was younger, and I would make little cartoons. And Ricky was one of the inspirations of one some of my original drawings. I didn't actually draw him, but I made a character that was very similar to him. His name was Waldo, but then with Waldo, I was like, that's kind of a very generic cartoon name, you know? So I try to say, okay, how can I have a name to a character that would make it seem like it fits the human world? So I thought Ricky, of course. And what I try to do with him is that it just shows my sense of humor, different types of humor, and I'll make videos on that too. Basically, with him, he he just goes through a lot of wacky adventures, um, like I did with him. It was a character. No, it was sorry about this. It was a video about Ricky trying to get ice cream from the freezer, and it was supposed to be a physical comedy routine. And I'll make other videos including stand up, physical comedy, and I love being as this character because he basically addresses that there's no barrier between our imagination and our lives. Because nowadays people just say, "Oh, okay, so this is what the human world is supposed to be. This is what a cartoon is." In the olden days, cartoons were to address that no matter what your imagination is, where you are right now, there where am I going with this? I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but basically, with him, he is stating that um, your world is no different than their world. So that's what I try to adjust with him. And with okay, Taylor. Yes, I think you guys all know where Taylor is going. Um, Taylor is basically a character who is defines as or identifies as a female, of course. Um, and this was because with me, I am gay. I I used to say it a lot, but now no because it's already there and people would get it. But with her, she was supposed to be about how I am basically, how I am so passionate with myself, how I am passionate with life in general. Um, and I am very feminine. People don't think that because the way I dress, sometimes the way I act, but I just want to be me. And with her, I actually feel like I'm myself, and people decide to like it. People from the LGBTQ community actually came up to me and even DM'd me and everything, saying that Taylor really helped them in real life because they were so afraid of their sexuality and stuff like that. And I am very thankful, but um, don't say that, like, how can I say this? I appreciate everything that you guys say and do. It shows me that you guys are pushing and you guys are strong. However, if you say that you wouldn't be here without me, it basically discourages your entire existence, and that's not true. That's not true. You guys are strong, and you guys had the choice on either coming out or staying alive. And staying alive means that you guys pushed through, and you guys are strong. So I congratulate you guys. And with Taylor, it's, yeah, she's just amazing to be. And a backstory about her is that she is a queen. She's part of royalty, um, of the party animal kingdom. Yes. Um, I would say I was going to say that she would be the princess, but I'm like, no, queen. And the backstory is that when I was closeted, Professor Iguana made this invention called the closet. Basically, it would contain Taylor, and she would be inside that closet, that machine, and she was not allowed to come out. And of course, things malfunctioned. I was very depressed, and I even made an entire. I'm writing an entire musical about that because I think that it's something that we should be talking about. Teen depression, suicide, um, LGBTQ issues, bullying, stuff like that. And it's just amazing. Um, and with her, I'll talk about what I'm going to do with her with videos. Yeah. Emo Guana. This is a fan favorite. I know a lot of you guys love Emo Guana. Um, he is not supposed to be a very cartoonish character. Of course, people say that he kind of is, but and relatable, and that's what I want him to be, relatable. Basically, um, when I was depressed, I called myself Emo Guana, and um, uh, and Emo Guana is basically supposed to be all my fears, my insecurities, stuff like that. And he actually went through a very tough time. My I had a very hard time, so I try to add that as much as I can to this character. And backstory is that when he was part of my life, my traits, he was so insecure, angry, and suffering that all started to become what is known as Relight. Relight is a character, an alter ego of me. He is the exact opposite of who I am. He is very violent, he is very evil, sinister, and he he is like a very he's like a dark side, yes. Um and with him It's it's he just tries to protect me, but in the wrong intention. With the wrong intention. He's trying to protect me by making sure that I am not the weak one. And how he does that is by hurting other people to keep me strong. And that is not it. And I will make videos about that too. I have other characters that I have established. For example, Jack, a new character that I am adding into my channel. Basically, um, if people don't know, is that I was in Into the Words, a production at my school, and I love Into the Words. I played as Jack, and what Into the Words is that it's a musical all about different fairy tale creatures living in the same universe, and Jack is from Jack and the Beanstalk. And I loved playing that character, and I wanted to add him to my channel so I cannot forget all of those moments that I had, just like with slides. So Jack is in it, and what a lot of people might know, have noticed is that he has a slingshot, and Ethan actually asked like, okay, what is the slingshot for? Because in the quarantine video, there were a lot of moments with the slingshots, and I don't think that was very necessary. Here's the reason why. The slingshot was a very iconic um, thing that was part of Jack in Into the Woods. Um, because I had a line that said bullseye, and I'm a kid, and kids back then would play with toys like that, and I had a slingshot, and I had that through the entire show, and people would always say, "Whoa, Ty, that's a very cool slingshot," and I added that in here so you guys can further on see the life of Jack. Um, besides the musical, you guys will actually see how he lives. But of course not back then, but now. And with Little Reptile, whew, he was the first character that I ever made. Um, about him is that he is supposed to be a video game commentator, like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, all those other um video game personalities. And whew, when I did him, I was playing a lot of video games, but they were very amateur, and his voice was supposed to be like a little imitation of Markiplier. Like Markiplier. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Stuff like that, but he's supposed to have like the personality of himself, and his voice will kind of change further on, depends on how his mood is. So yeah, I'm starting to bring him back because I want to make videos of him just being goofy, um, showing people that even though we all have different interests, we can all have a good time. I know a lot of people like video games, but not that many people do. So he's supposed to. So when he starts to play games, his personality, his jokes, stuff like that will show people that no matter you know how much we like something, how much different we are, we can all have a good time. And that's what he wants. Okay. Whew, I'm so sorry. I didn't write this down because I wasn't planning on actually making a video like this until later. But I just wanted you guys to know so you guys don't get confused. And this is an explanation video. So videos that I will have with my characters. Um, like I said with Professor Iguana, he's gonna make videos about teaching people about different things. Either that is um facts about biology, chemistry, all those different subjects in science, or it's just fun facts like, okay, top 10 things in Disneyland, stuff like that. Um, and he'll also make videos that are fun, entertaining. Like I'm planning on making a video all about. Well, have him sing. Bryson, go away. Bryson, go away. He's not here. She's not here. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make a video.
We're riding up. We're riding all the way up, down, and down the valley.
Whatever.
Here.
Okay, I am so sorry about that. Bloopers. I can't edit this video, so I'm super sorry. Bryson, may I please go away? Sorry. Guys, doing good?
Yeah, we're riding all the way up and down.
You know the big hill over there?
Mm-hmm.
We did that twice.
We saw Mr. O'Donnell. Tyler Kettle.
So this is my brother talking right here.
Oh wait. Okay, after see me. Let's go.
Who's that?
Oh no. Let's go.
Video.
Playing PC now. I'm playing on. Then we'll switch PC and phone.
You found PC?
Because my account's logged in on that.
I am so sorry, guys. It's okay. It's
Sorry.
okay. No. It's okay. It is 26 minutes, but it's okay, guys. Basically, I'm sorry. My brother and his friend, well, he's also my friend too. They are here. They're playing, and yeah, I am sorry. So like I said, I'm planning on having him sing songs too, fun educational songs like how they did in Animaniacs. Animaniacs actually inspired me to actually write songs that are fun and educational at the same time. And I actually made songs that were for the musical that I'm writing, just random stuff for the series, and even for Professor Iguana specifically. And I was planning on having his first song be about the coronavirus. I made a um parody song all about the coronavirus, and it's all in the melody of "Be Our Guest" from Beauty and the Beast. Originally, it was going to be "Under the Sea," and I've written an entire song like that. However, I cut that idea out because I already see a bunch of people doing that, and I didn't want to be like, "Oh, Tyler, like blah blah blah." No, I want it to be something that is very original. Nobody has done it with Beauty and the Beast, so I'm going to do that, and it's gonna be fun. Um, with slides, I want to make videos of him with his gang making ideas, musical theater styled, and but most of the time it's gonna be with videos like the Party Animal Show, stuff like that, because he he plays a big role in my life, and it's nothing specific when it comes with him because my imagination, my creativity is so expanded that there's no limit on what this character should do. So yeah, Ricky is gonna be just having stuff like that, like you would see in a cartoon, but in real life, like how you saw it with the ice cream video. Um, I It's gonna be really fun. Um, However, it's gonna be really hard since I'm inside, but later on I'll do it at other places too. Um, with what's next? Oh yeah, Taylor. What I want to do with Taylor is that she's gonna have a show, a series called Taylor's. What it's called, the Sisters Tea Time. Basically, it's gonna be her. Just it's like her sitting down, and she is going to be talking about tea or like things that has happened in her life or stuff that is happening in the world, and she's gonna share her points and views. And what she is trying to show you guys is that even though everybody has different opinions, we can all respect each other. And even though she's a softie most of the time, she can actually have a huge bad side. And it's gonna be really interesting. Like she would say stuff like, "Okay, so like one day I was at the mall and my ex was there, and when I said hi, like everything, because I thought we were friends, but he just looked at me and he was like, whatever, and just walked away. Like, okay, okay, you're the one who asked me out. You're the one who made the first move. You, you're the one who broke up with me, and now you just want to be like, oh, whatever. Like, you can't just do that. And that's the tea. Stuff like that. Oh my gosh. With Imoguana, what I'm going to do with him is that he's going to have a very serious, and real approach. Show people like exactly how I feel, and he's gonna in his videos he's gonna address things like depression, lack of motivation, stuff like that. Um, and it's gonna have Relight too. And as you can see throughout the videos, you can actually see some little clues on how he's feeling just by seeing Relight. And yeah, but he's also gonna be in videos like TCA, the Party Animals show, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna add new characters too. Besides Jack and Little Reptile, I'm planning on having this new character called General Iguana. And General Iguana is gonna be a military um, general, an officer, and he represents my determination in the TCA. And what he is going to do is that he is going to help me out through my struggles, and it's going to be really, really immersive because we're going to be having actual fight scenes, nerf battles, and other stuff too. And he's going to go against the dark sides. I'll explain that in another video. But one of them is named the Procrastinator. Um, that's the original name. I forgot what I called him now, but that's one of it. What this is going to be is that it's how we all struggle through our lives with our motivation, stuff like that, and he's supposed to show that we know that it is tough. It's like fighting in a war. However, we can win this battle. And with him, he's gonna do other wacky stuff too. In the TCA, it's gonna be really wacky. Um, but yeah. With Jack is going to be making videos just about his daily lives, mostly going to be in TCA. I'll also be singing a lot of songs with him and Slides, and it's going to be great. Um, what's well, Little Reptile. Yes, like I said, I'm making videos with him, but it's not like going to be like, oh, it's going to be like a huge gaming series. No, there's going to be little clips of him playing a video game and actually reacting to what's going to happen. I think it's going to be great because when it comes with video game commentary, it's all about improv, like how you react. Because you don't know how the video game is actually going to turn out, and it's supposed to challenge me on my improving skills. So that's going to be really interesting. I am also planning on doing this thing called the Cringy Talk Show. I think I made a draft once, um, and basically what's going to be about is that there's this character named Ryan Talkson, aka Ryan Talk a Lot, and basically, with this character is that this show is supposed to be a parody of late night talk shows. It's a late night talk show with Ryan Talk a Lot. However, it's gonna be cringy. So it will have a lot of pauses like this, and it will have random stuff just to make people feel uncomfortable, confused, to the point that it's funny. And he's gonna have guests on his show. However, it's going to be me doing the voices, and it's gonna be really funny. So for example, Ryan talks in would be like this. Okay, hello guys, welcome to the talk show, the cringy talk show, and this is the only talk show where we talk. Anyways, yeah, stuff like that. And it's gonna be really fun. Um, there are gonna be a lot of characters too. Jeez, really long. But how I'm gonna do this for my performing career is that when I do live shows, I want to have little segments with these characters. Like, for example, I this was actually a plan for um for Rising Stars. Is that I am up there on stage, I'm like greeting everyone to the show, and then all of a sudden I realize that, oh, the set isn't ready, and I'm not even in my outfit, because I'm just wearing a white shirt and pants, and I get off stage, and then Ricky comes on. There's gonna be music playing, and he's basically going to try to set up the stage, but it's like physical comedy, and it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna have other stuff too, like Little Reptile is gonna be playing video games. Um, Sly is gonna sing songs. Jack's gonna sing songs, stuff like that. And I'm gonna even have the cringy talk show, of course. Um, but yeah, I hope this video actually helped you guys understand a little bit about what these characters are, how are they portrayed, and yeah. And also, Ethan also noted that some of these characters sound very alike. Okay, first stuff. Okay, you gotta listen to me, Ethan. Okay, slides. Okay, listen here. Our voices don't sound the same. Okay, like come on, Ricky. We can all know that it's Ricky. We all know that it's Taylor Iguana. That's kind of easy. And we also know Professor Iguana. And we also know Jack. Jack is actually on very yeah British accent, of course, Cockney. But I can actually see on why you guys can actually hear the connection between all these voices with my voice. Um, and it's supposed to be like that kind of voice that you can actually distinct on which character it is just by hearing the voice, but you guys will also know that it's me. So, yeah. Oh yeah, no, you also know about Relight, of course. Jeez, yeah, I forgot to add him. Yeah, but yeah, it's gonna be really great. I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support and love, like I say in every video. And I just wanted to make new videos just to have you guys um enjoy yourselves, of course, and show you guys how like show you guys my talents and other stuff too. And we're all gonna have a good time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Iguana out.